What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to season 2, episode 1 of Stats and Facts. We
Yes,
got
sir.
all the stats as usual.
And we got all them facts. Y'all already know what it is. What's good, DJ?
What's up? Once again, I go by DJG94.
And I'm your boy Warren, man. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, The playoffs was this weekend. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, yeah. How you feeling on the bounce back for season two, dog?
I'm excited to be back, bro. Make sure we get some more subscribers. Y'all tune in because y'all don't know what y'all missing. Stats and Facts, we on the rise.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, like the videos, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Um, yeah, man. With that said, man, bro, how did you feel about the overall reception of our season finale? For
It
the
was interesting, and I had to learn myself and get comfortable and stuff. So I think we gonna make good progress.
Yeah, yeah, man. The year end wrap up episode was super dope, bro. Like, yeah, that had me excited. I knew we was gonna take a little break off, but after watching that episode back, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of ready to get back to it for season two. So, yeah, man. With that said, we gonna pop it off. Y'all already know with some of the topics we kind of touch on, but for our first episode of season two, we got some bangers again, some good topics to talk about. So, DJ, if you ready, you want to pop us out, bro?
Yes, let's start off with the playoffs, man. We starting off with talk about the second round. That's happened this weekend. I'm
Divisional
about to
round.
pop. Yeah, I'm about to pop out the scores for y'all. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, the Green Bay Packers upset the LA Rams 32-18. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, my boy Lamar Jackson, he could bring it home. Baltimore Ravens, they lost against the Buffalo Bills 17-3.
Mm-hmm.
And today, Kansas City shocked me with the Patrick Mahomes injury. They went down, they brung in they back up, and they came pulled through with the win on the Cleveland Browns 22-17.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, my boy won. He had a tough night. Saints went home, and Saints lost against Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, the GOAT, as they call him. They lost against the Buccaneers 30-20, man. So let's start with that, man. How you
why,
feel about that,
why we
bro?
gotta start with that one, dog?
'Cause that was the last game, bro.
why we
And you a
gotta
Saints fan.
Look, man, I was gonna be a sore loser. I'm not gonna lie. Like when Breeze threw that last interception, I started to tell you like, bro, I don't want to do the podcast tonight. Let's do it tomorrow, dog. But I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about it so I can go ahead and get over it, man. Like I said, man, it hurt to lose, of course, because like you want your team to go to the Super Bowl, but unfortunately, man, we ran into the goat, dog. We ran into the goat. It's Tom Brady. It's certain players that and certain teams that you lose against to where it's like, all right, I could take that L rather than losing to scrubs.
Yeah.
So Brady did exactly what he was supposed to do, but on the Saints, bro, we gave the game to him. We had the momentum early.
Yeah.
We started turning the ball over. We weren't as explosive as I wanted us as I would have liked us to be. And just down the stretch, bro, turnovers. We had 4 turnovers to Tampa's 0. They didn't turn the ball over at all. They played smarter, harder than us. So it's one of them games where you got to tip your hat. And yeah, I'm disappointed, but it is what it is, man. We still a good team. So with that said, man, hopefully we just see what we do for the future, bro.
Yeah.
What was your takeaway from watching us play tonight, man?
I was a little disappointed because I thought the Saints were gonna pull it out, even though I don't really like the Saints,
Mm-hmm.
but then again, they lost. It ain't like y'all lost against a scrub. Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, arguably one of the greatest players of all time. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
like it's embarrassing.
Yeah,
So and then I don't know, man. I just feel like y'all still need another receiver.
we do.
And then, not to mention, Taysom Hill and Latavius Murray was out due
Mm-hmm.
to the protocol, COVID and stuff. So we
Yeah,
don't know what could have happened. And I was actually excited that y'all put James Winston in for a hell of a play. I love that, man.
hell of a play. Yeah,
And
man.
I want y'all also one more thing about the Saints. Step y'all defense up too. Y'all get some defense. NFC gonna have a hard time beat y'all.
Well, see, the defense was great. We had one of the top. We had a top 5 defense all year. So our defense, I wasn't worried. I was proud of them. They today again. They showed up today. But when you allow certain plays, them key plays like the play to Miller, I think that's the wide receiver for Tampa. Miller, he
Yeah.
put a nice move on. I think PJ Williams
Mm-hmm.
killed us on that 3rd and 15. We got to get off the field on 3rd and 15 to get the ball back. Plays like that killed us. Then you got Leonard Fournette. He gets in the game. He's just driving us right before the half. So when that happens, I'm like, all right, they feeding off that momentum now because we had them shook that first half because we was doing good. They was in the game, but we had the momentum. But then you got Ronald Jones come in. He's banged up, but we let him go off for a
Yeah.
40-yard run. It ended up getting called back, but still, we allowed that to happen. So it's just little things like that we gotta adjust on. But like I say, I think we're gonna be good for the future.
All
Now,
right.
moving on to these next games, man. Like you said, the Chiefs, they pulled it off today, man. They pulled it off against the Browns, bro. And I text you.
Yeah.
I said the Chiefs are in trouble when Mahomes went down. Man, what was your thoughts when Mahomes went down? When Mahomes went down and seeing them pull it off, what was your takeaway from that game?
I'm like, no, not a black quarterback going down, and not the same doggone injury. Because Lamar Jackson had the same thing, the concussion.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, come on now. And then they messed around, got them a touchdown, the Cleveland Browns. But the
Mm-hmm.
backup Henny, he came in and did his thing. So I gotta,
Man,
tip my head out to him. I'm proud of him because they came a long way. I was scared for a minute, but they pulled it off. And Mahomes got a week to, the rest with the concussion. I think he'll be good to go for next Sunday against the Bills. So
yeah,
that's all I gotta say. As long as they won, I'm happy, man. He got that first down play.
man, that's that was the play of the playoffs so far. If you ask
Mm-hmm.
me, Henny, shout out to you, bro, because you came up clutch with that run. I think it was 3rd and 14, and
Yeah,
he got
was
him.
a yard short, and then Cheetah Tyreek Hill came in and got caught him. Man, Tyreek Hill, I think in my opinion, he in the top 5 receivers. Everybody ain't gonna really give him credit like that, but I think he in the top
Man,
5 for sure.
that's that. Like I say, Henny. Shout out to Henny, man, and shout out to Tyreek. Matter of fact, we doing a whole disservice. Shout out to Andy Reid, dog. How many coaches
Yeah,
would have thrown the ball on 4th and 1 in the playoffs, bro? Most teams would have tried to do what? Quarterback sneak or try to run it. For him,
hmm
for him to have them guts and to throw that ball like that and trust that his players gonna make that play, which they did, that's why they number 1 team in the NFL, bro. So shout out to Andy Reid, shout out to the Chiefs. Hopefully Mahomes get back healthy, man, because we would love to see him ball out. And yeah. Now the next game we had, bro, well, it was yesterday. The Ravens and the Bills, a team that we
Oh my
like,
God.
a team that we both like in the Ravens and Lamar, of course. Now, before you get your take, bro, I gotta admit to the viewers and the listeners. Listen, man, I was wrong about the Ravens because I wrote them off when they was like, I think they were 6-5 or something like that. I wrote them
hmm
off. I said I'm done with them. I don't think they're gonna do much. But for them to make it to the playoffs and get that huge win last week, shout out to them. Now, with that said, bro, get your take on Baltimore.
Oh man, I'm like, man, the play calling was bad. They were blocking enough for Lamar, and they also need some receivers. And he upset us. He upset the Raven Nation. It felt like I was a Ravens fan while I was watching that game, bro, because I liked them. Lamar Jackson and Marquise Brown Hollywood. And
Mm-hmm.
he unfortunately he threw that interception and that's what cost him the game. But they still was in it, bro. Then he got a concussion and that's how I knew it was over with. But
Mm,
tip my hat out to Buffalo, man. They had the best defense, they had the best team, and they won.
man, Josh Allen, bro. Josh Allen is looking like a stud, dog. He out there
Mm-hmm.
balling. Shout out to Josh Allen, man. And Diggs
Oh,
too. For Diggs to leave Minnesota
yeah.
like that and go over there and just jump right into that role and start balling, bro. Tip your hat to the Bills, bro.
But they ain't if just for the record, if my Patrick Mahomes play next week, Buffalo Bills do not stand a chance. I'm saying that right now. I
Oh,
got. I'm not. They're not standing a chance. I'm letting you know that right now. I
you,
still think Chiefs gonna win it all.
like blowout or good game? You don't think it's gonna be a
It's
good
gonna be
game?
like a. I say Kansas City probably win between 8 to 10 points. They make
Mm,
Holmes play, yeah, it's over. Bro. I don't care what nobody say.
okay, okay. See, I'm
I'm
not mad
predicting it
at
now.
that. I'm not mad at the Chiefs pulling that out because they the top dogs. You know what I mean? They number one.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gotta strategize against them. So that's not a bad take. I'm not sure it's gonna be a blowout because the Bills have shown to us that they're here. Like they arrived. You know what I mean? They just like the Browns. Shout out to the Browns. Came a long
Yeah,
way.
respect to the Browns.
We can't just turn our head to these teams no more, man. They here to stay now. We gotta see if it's gonna
Mm.
be a good one or not. Now, to our stats and facts listeners, man, y'all know another guy we talk about on here is that dog and just that big time player, and that is that bad man over there in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh
Hey,
my goodness.
hey, he did it once again. He
Oh man.
did it once again. He's not playing. They defeated, like DJ said, they defeated the Rams 32-18. And let me pull up his stats because I gotta get it right for the boy one
Shout
time.
out to the Packers receiver Devontae Adams. He came through. He let
That
Jamal Ramsey know that I'm that guy.
man. So A Rod had 296 yards for 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And also Aaron Jones balled out 14 attempts with 99 yards on the ground, 1 TD.
Mm.
So let's see what yeah, Devontae had 9 catches, 66 yards, 1 TD. Lazard had
Yep.
four catches for 96 yards and a TD. So man, that right there just goes to show you that offense ain't nothing to play with. Um, like you say, Adams, he's been balling out this whole season, so it ain't no surprise with him. But for A Rod, man, to be that efficient, don't turn the ball over that much. You see why he waiting on Temple. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So woo, we finna see, man. It's gonna be a great conference championship weekend. And you say you're going with the Chiefs in the AFC, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who are you going with in the NFC out of the Packers and Tampa?
I gotta give it to Green Bay, bro.
Mm,
Cause I don't think Aaron Rodgers is gonna be careless with the ball like Drew Brees was tonight. He
mm-hmm.
hardly make them terrible mistakes. So,
Yeah.
and but it's gonna be a close one. Buccaneers and Packers. I say whoever wins that game, which I'm going for Green Bay, it's gonna be by 3 or 4 points. It's gonna be a close game.
I'm thinking about 27-24,
Yeah,
24-20. Yeah, 24
that's like
27.
then since you said it like that, it might be because of a doggone field goal.
A field
Since
goal,
you said
yeah.
it like that. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like you said, it's gonna be a good weekend of football. It already has been with some of the surprise teams, you know what I mean, balling out. Um,
Yeah.
but before we get off the NFL, bro, I gotta I gotta go back to the NO and speak on Drew Brees, dog. As a Saints fan, Drew, I appreciate everything you've done for the Saints, man, for the city, for the state. You know what I mean? For turning our organization around, giving us a not giving us, but bringing us a chip. You balled out. At this time, dog, I just think it's time to hang it up, dog. Like, and I'm not one of them people that's riding with somebody when everything is good. Then when everything kind of starts dipping down, you give up on them. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is I want to remember Breeze for being that dog. I want to remember Breeze being that guy. And what I've been seeing the past few playoffs, it, it's it's not at that Breeze level, dog. Like tonight, we didn't attempt any passes past 20 yards. Like, what's up with that? You know what I mean? The only play we had was a trick play for 56, and that was by Jameis Winston. So I miss that Breeze that'll move around in that pocket and get it to where we get it to, and it's a touchdown. You ain't even got to think about it. So with that said, man, Breeze, I thank you for everything you done, bro. But I think it's time to just let us move on, my G. Like, you a legend. You one of the greatest, but we gotta move on, dog. Like, you did everything you
Wow.
could. You did
That's
everything you
cold.
could for it.
He said it's time to move on. And then he moved on at 25 million. Who you got faith in starting at the quarterback position for the Saints? Because I don't know. I don't think y'all gonna do that good next year. I'm sorry.
Man, we should have kept Teddy. That's all I was thinking this whole game. We should have kept Teddy. Um, I mean, we gotta see, bro. Like at this point, I can't even give you a definite answer because I'm kind of still over here just
Oh, I got a suggestion.
what's
How
up.
about he sucked this year, but he ain't have no help? Would you give Cam Newton a chance?
Dang, bro. Because Cam played good those first two games, and after that, it was just like, what is
It
this?
was sour.
It was sour. So I don't even want to say that, dog. Like,
Oh my God. Well, Jameis Winston, do you have faith in him?
I got a little faith. Jameis still turning the ball over a little bit too much for me to really just be super confident. Like I said, the guy I wanted, he's in North Carolina, in the Panthers, and
Well, look at it this way. Jameis Winston, he got a better offense. So I
mhm.
don't think he'll be that terrible. So that's why I say you got to have a little faith. Because I told you, to me, I don't believe in Taysom Hill. He ain't no starting quarterback to me.
Yeah,
No offense.
Taysom is solid. He's just, you know what I mean, it's a
He's a
different
decoy
role.
to me.
Yeah, it's a different role when you at that under center every game, every snap. It's a difference. So we gonna see, man. It's gonna be interesting all season for us. But like I say, I mean no ill will towards Drew. I'm a diehard Saints fan, so I appreciate everything you're doing. But it's time to move on. Now, with that said, my G, um, you had another topic that you brought to my attention that you wanted to speak
Yeah.
on, and that was
Yeah, we're going
the Young
we
Thug.
going to the music side, the real entertainment besides the sports. And it's on one of the rappers, and he go by the name of Young Thug.
Mm-hmm,
Young Thug was on a podcast of one of my favorite called $1 Million Worth of Game.
mm-hmm,
And he was talking about he got 30 songs that's anthems and he can rock a crowd better than Jay-Z, and his songs are basically better than Jay-Z. Then he brought up the Wayne situation. And I remember a year ago, a couple years ago, he said Wayne never liked him, ain't never showed him no love, nothing like that. He said something disrespectful. Then he disrespect another legend, Andre 3000. He talked about Andre like his ass kissed and he hard to contact and he ain't never heard of Outkast Andre 3000 music.
mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, what is your problem? And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, in my opinion, he just want a response out of one of the three, and to this day, they ain't never gave him one. So what's your take on that one?
I saw the $1 million worth of game interview. That was a super dope episode, and I also saw the other one that you were referring to with the on TI podcast, Expedition.
Mm-hmm.
Man, how I take from it, the way his opinion, well, his take on it was when he met Wayne. Wayne didn't really respond to him how he would have liked, like which was to embrace him because Wayne is his idol or one of his idols, and Wayne didn't embrace him necessarily how he wanted him to. So you could tell that it was some hurt there. You know what I'm saying? You look up to somebody for your whole life, and then you meet them thinking that like, yo, this person probably cool. Like I'm thinking he probably thinking Wayne was gonna embrace him in the way, and then he meet Wayne and the energy is way different. So I can understand like how where he was coming from. Like man, yeah, since you acting like that, like I'm not finna kiss your ass basically. Like I understand the energy. Like I think that's the same way with us, right? Like if you meet $1 million worth of game like Gilly or Wallow, and you thinking like when you meet them, they're gonna be super cool, but when you meet them, if they treat you if they acting like an asshole and they just talking to you any kind of way, you gonna start to be like, damn, I can't rock with them no more. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of what the energy is. That's just my opinion on it, but
Yeah.
that's how I felt about that. And about Andre, I think it's one of those things with Three Stacks is that's a whole nother tier of artists. Like not to say you know what I mean, just to put Thug down and nothing like that. But I'm just saying, you know, it's certain artists that carry themselves a different kind of way. They ain't really in the mix, or they not about to just reach out to you like that. And it's like, it's not that they don't rock with you and that, it's just like they in their own world. We see that all the
Yeah,
time with people like Kendrick, Cole, all them guys. They rock in their own world. That don't mean that they got nothing against other people. And I think that's what Young Thug probably didn't really realize. And I heard T.I. was kind of trying to explain that to him too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It probably ain't nothing like that, bro. He probably just to itself. So that was my opinion on it. What was your thinking when you heard him talking about it?
yeah, just like you said, people don't take it like I don't like you in that. Well, let's go back to the Wayne situation. Wayne do be in his own little world because he's like he said, when he was with Drink Champs, he don't even know how that beef on him and Pusha T started.
Yeah.
To me, that was cloud chasing. Pusha T
Mm-hmm.
ain't never been that rapper. What Wayne is, the highest rapper. Then next thing you know, he beefing with Drake. What is Drake? The highest rapper. Then he got some excuse. Drake, this is fiance. That was just another way for just just to keep on dissing them, just to get their attention, their reaction. And that's what all Young Thug is doing. Like you ain't really gotta answer or respond to every question. A radio personality or a podcast person, give you. You do not have to answer that question. You can just say next question. But
That was a fact. That was a
I,
fact. What you just said.
yeah. But a person like Young Thug, he gonna respond to it. Cause I remember back then he had said some on Big Boy Neighborhood, he got a little radio station. He said, man, I don't think that nigga like me. He was talking about Wayne. And what the problem is, why he like that is Stunner spoiled him growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Which that probably is true, but he don't rock with you. Get over it. That's how I look at it. Like Ice Cube and Andre 3000, them guys I look up to more in the music business because of them as a person, not just their music. If they
Right.
don't rock with me like that, or they just shake my hand and go on by themselves, I'm not gonna get mad or somebody bring it up, man. How you feel about them dissing you or not rocking with you?
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. Next question.
Yeah.
Simple. But
Yeah.
just thanks to social media and it's negative. It's kind of negative, and Young Thug gonna be negative with it. It's gonna draw attention. That's why
Yeah.
I say it's cloud chasing.
It's all clickbait type of stuff. Anytime an artist
Yeah.
says another artist's name that isn't like
Hmm.
really just praising them or something like that, people always gonna
Yeah.
run with it. Like, oh, he dissing, oh, he got something bad to say. No, he just giving his opinion on his take, and that's what I took from it. But I do believe that there are artists that cloud chase, so I don't want to just what I mean act like that doesn't exist. You do got artists who say other artists' names or what I mean, just create these weird beefs where it's like, dude, like, why is you beefing with this person? Like, y'all don't make the same kind of music, y'all ain't in the same kind of like, what I mean? You get what I'm saying though? Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely artists like that, but that's whack to me. Like, I don't when artists start doing stuff like that, I don't pay it no attention. And then you got
Yeah.
some artists who they know it's clickbait, they know it's gonna get their name running. People gonna start searching their name for the music. So that's why a lot of people do it. But like I say, man,
Mhm.
Thug, bro, I don't think that it's personal. You know what I'm saying? I think if Andre really wanted to do music with you, it'll happen. Like, and
Mhm.
that's where I'm at with it. Like, and I think it'll be dope if
If
Thug
they
and
do a song together, of course, I love to see it once. And just for the record, I don't have a problem with Young Thug. I rock with a couple of his songs. He actually is a good artist,
yeah,
but he did take it too far. Where you talk about Jay-Z don't have 30 songs like I do that rock the crowd. That's false, bro. Don't like you took it too far. I'll be there. I know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Nah, bro. Jay-Z actually got hits, which is his own songs and features. That's about 30, and the crowd knows his song. Oh, you like you good, but you ain't that good.
yeah. And I've actually been to a Jay-Z concert. So and I was able to witness, what I mean, him when he was at why am I going blank right now? At the Rockets arena. He did a show and I was there. So
Damn, you went to a whole concert. You ain't never tell me that.
yeah, it was a few
This
years
is all
back.
new.
Yeah, it was a few
You
years. I
told
think
me
it
you seen
was
J. Cole, but not Jay Z.
Yeah, it was like 2017. Because I think it's crazy because LeBron and them was in there too that night because they had a game against the Rockets that next night. Of course I didn't see them, but I knew they were in there. But yeah, Hove rocked it, man. And let me say one thing though, like when Thug was like he's at some of the Jay-Z shows and some people know his words and may not know all the words to Jay-Z song. I think that applies to a city by city basis because
Yeah,
there are cities that certain artists that we look at like the top guys, they can go to a certain city, bro, and people won't know their music as much. Like they'll know them top songs like Hard Knock Life. I'm pretty sure everybody know that.
I know that.
You know what I'm saying? Big Pimpin', everybody know that. But it's certain songs that Jay-Z got in certain cities that people may know of, but they may not know all the words to. So I give
Yeah,
the
yeah.
credit on that. But for him to say 30 songs, people he can't do that, you know what I mean? Of course, that's like, all right, you, you should have probably just said next question on that. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
you should. That's why I say that was all clickbait, bro. Like I said, once
Mhm.
again, bro, no disrespect to Young Thug. I hope he ain't sensitive off this if he was to see this.
Yeah.
He probably ain't gonna see it, but still, you know how rappers are. Cause Eminem and Snoop Dogg beat off of
Yeah.
their opinion. You know how rappers are. They sensitive as hell.
Yeah, man. It's all love, man. Everybody know it. On this platform, we don't really bash. We don't bash people, man. We just give our
Yeah.
opinion.
Just
You
give our
feel
opinion.
you feel a way about it, dog. Hey, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, man, we got a another fire topic to talk about. Jumping back into these sports.
Yeah,
Hey,
jump back to sports.
it's somebody we both rock with tough too in the NBA, man. The James Harden. You know, like I know the past few months for Harden haven't been the, you know what I mean, the most greatest when you turn on the TV as far as media goes. Everybody been talking
Mm-hmm.
about him and his whole James Harden saga. Now, all of that kind of made a switch as this past week went by, man. If you're an NBA fan, then you know because it sent waves through the whole country and the world, really. And I am talking about the James Harden trade. It was a 14 blockbuster trade, man, between the Rockets, the Pacers, the Nets. Who else was it? It was another team, I think, too, that was involved in this trade. But
Okay.
then the Cavs, okay. But the biggest of it all, of course, was James Harden going from the Rockets to the Nets to join his guys, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
you like me, I saw this come to my phone as breaking news saying James Harden has been moved to the Nets, and I was like, "Whoa, they really pulled it off." So first thing I did, I said, "Dang, did they move Kyrie Irving?" Because of if everybody know, Kyrie kind of been in the news this past
Mm-hmm.
week as well. So I'm like, "Dang, did they move Irving?" So I go check, Irving's still on the Nets. I'm like, "Yo, this is about to be crazy." So
What?
I text DJ. I say, "Yo, I forgot what I text you, but I text him when I found out about it, and we talked about it briefly. Now, after that long rant I just went on, tell me about how you feel about this trade and what was your reaction when you found out the news?
I was like, wow, and then I felt the same way. I said to myself, "Is Kyrie Irving still there?" Because
Mm-hmm.
all the drama he been causing,
Yeah.
and I was like, dang. He did say it between those two teams, Brooklyn or Philly. I'm glad it's kind of Brooklyn because Philadelphia, I don't know, they kind of sour. They ain't really got the chemistry down, the shooters. See, James know he played with Katie. He knows him and he cool with Kyrie. And I'm thinking it probably can work,
Mm-hmm.
but it's only one small problem. That's Kyrie Irving. That's his attitude. Because if you look at it, James Harden gonna have to distribute the ball. That's just my opinion. Especially the game he played, James Harden had a hell of a game, guys, against the Orlando Magic with his debut in Brooklyn. He had 32 points, 14 assists, and 12 rebounds. And KD, he a walking bucket. He had 42. And
Yeah.
like they said, all they miss is Kyrie Irving. It ain't gonna be like that every night. Don't get me wrong, but you never know. I'm gonna give it like at least 15 games and see if they click or if they getting along.
Mm-hmm.
And then you never know. You might see the Nets and the Lakers.
We shall see, man. That was a blockbuster trade, man. Like I said, speaking back of everything you said, I gotta see some games. You know what I mean? A handful of games to
Yeah,
really to develop an opinion of what I think of this team. But if you looking at it on paper, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, KD, then you got DeAndre Jordan. I wanted them to keep honestly, I wanted them to keep Levert, but obviously, when you got a guy like Harden getting traded, you obviously know that that's probably not going to happen. So
okay.
Levert had to leave, but
Mm,
they got to develop a bench though, because I don't think they have much of a bench now. That you have
yeah,
all of these guys. Of course, you still got Joe Harris, but other than that, you know what I mean. Dinwiddie's out, so it's like, well, what y'all gonna do with the bench? But like you say, man, it's a solid trade. But one thing I want to speak on too, man, that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, and I know you we discussed it off camera for a brief second too, which was who the Rockets got right now. Got a solid
yeah.
team. They got John
Do
Wall, who looking like himself again. Boogie. You got Victor Oladipo. I was excited about that move, but then we talked about it, and
mm-hmm.
you said that Oladipo really isn't. He ain't really feeling it out in Houston, right?
Nah, he don't really want to be there. But you never know. I give it like 5 games if he get comfortable there. And let's not leave out with the Rockets, DeMarcus Cousins and Christian Wood.
Christian Wood, Christian Wood. Yes, sir.
And you know he got an interesting story.
Yeah.
Christian Wood was unfortunately undrafted, going coming to the NBA, and his girlfriend left him.
Oh yeah, I
So
seen that. I
that's
seen that.
interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting. And me and Juan, sometimes we discuss this off camera. You gotta know what when you get in a relationship, you gotta know if that person is for you. I'm learning that to this day. It's all about love, personality, and communication. You ain't got those three things. What's the purpose of being in a relationship? I
Nah,
don't get
man.
people. And now I bet that girl regretting it right now. She's making 13 million a year.
Yeah, Christian is balling, man. And I first learned about Christian in Detroit. I want to say.
Yeah, I
Um,
want to say because I didn't know he played with Milwaukee. He played with Giannis for one time. Yeah,
yeah,
you know.
that's what I learned about him in Detroit, and I was like, okay, he's solid, but yeah, he turned into a beast, man. He's doing his thing, but like I say, I want to see how that's gonna play out with Oladipo, Wall, and Boogie, and also Christian Wood,
Yeah,
man, because that's a solid start lineup.
solid team.
Yeah, so I want to see how that's gonna play out, of course, but other than that, man, that was really my top NBA um topics that I thought about for this week. Of course, you got the whole Kyrie situation.
Yeah.
Um,
Go back to James Harden real quick. That little message he left for Houston to talk about. He gave it his all, and it's been a hell of a ride.
mhm.
And I remember Shaq, gave his opinion about it. Shout out to Shaquille O'Neal. He had a point. Like, you've been there for like what? James Harden been in Houston for like what, 9 years? Eight
Yeah,
to 9 years, 8.5 years.
yeah,
And I don't think he gave it his all. They just keep it 100 because he has flaws in his game. Especially in the playoffs, he known for turning the ball over, and he known for not being aggressive in the clutch. And he has a bad habit. Last 3 years with the step back threes. And everybody, shout out to Matt Craig. Talk about, well, he always ran up against Golden State. James Harden, he had the players at the time, and he had his own team, and he could play his game, and he never got the job done. Started off, he got the White Howard. That didn't work. He left. Then they got shooters. That didn't work. Okay, what else do you need? Maybe trade for Chris Paul. That didn't work. They're always gonna say, Chris Paul got hurt, but like they say, Golden State fans, well, Iguodala got hurt in Game 3. You never know.
yeah.
And then what happened? That didn't work. Got Russell Westbrook. Lost in the second round against the Lakers. They want to trade Capella and try the small ball. Then they finally waited. They fired D'Antoni. All of a sudden, Westbrook ain't happy because a hard style to play, and he can't play his game. Both of them, they terrible. They got to handle the ball, and they know what turn the ball over. And now Westbrook leave, and all of a sudden Hart wants to leave. and he said he gave his all. The problem was two people: James Harden, one; Mike D'Antoni, number two, and all forgot number three, Daryl Morey.
Yeah.
Analytics, bad coaching, and not sharing the ball. James Harden, that, like Kobe Bryant said himself, rest in peace. That style of play will never win championships. You got to know how to move the ball, and you got to know how to be more of a team player. And that was James Harden's problem. So hopefully he's seen that, and it didn't work. So now he going to another team. It ain't your team now, dude. You're gonna have to share the ball. Get along with Kyrie, KD, and y'all probably can win a championship. But y'all gotta learn each other, and get that chemistry in. So the problem with James Harden the whole time. That's just my opinion.
And I feel like too, like if you're a franchise player, right, and the organization is doing everything that you say, like some of the points you made. Hey, give me Dwight Howard. They give you Dwight Howard. It don't work. Hey, get Dwight Howard out of here. They do that. Hey, give me Chris Paul. They give you Chris Paul. That don't work. Hey, get Chris Paul out of here. They do that. Give me Westbrook. That don't work. I want him gone. Capella. I want him gone. Like, bro, if they are doing everything that you're telling them to do, and you're saying that do this and I'll get us to where we need to get to, and you don't do it, that's when it becomes a problem for me. Because at this point, it's like, all right, bro, what do you want for us? Like we tailored our organization for you to win, but yet you're coming up short. And a lot of those playoff games that we talk about, James, like they were in the game. It's just like a few plays that you got to make as that guy, and that's what I don't like. Like we get on Paul George a lot of times for the way he played, rightfully so. If you play bad, you deserve it. You know what I mean? Because you just at that standard. Unfortunately, you looked at as a top guy, so we expect you to ball out. And a lot of times we let James just slide a lot of those years. Yeah, he got a little scrutiny, like, yo, you got to play better, but we ain't kill him the way we killing Paul George. We ain't kill him. And
Yeah.
granted, he's a better player. I ain't saying Paul George is better than James Harden. He's a better player. But what I'm saying is we kind of let him slide a lot of those years. So to your point now, you with the Nets, bro, you playing with two of them guys. Get
They
it
in the
done.
top 10 of players, yeah.
Get it done, or else I don't, or else it's gonna be the same thing we talked about with Paul George. I think in the year-end wrap-up episode. If you don't get it done, dog, we don't want to hear no more excuses because now
No more.
you're with two other guys that you can get it done with. Now y'all are gonna run into that man in that West, LeBron, and also with AD. Well, I actually said the other way around now because I think it's kind of transitioning to like LeBron is giving that team to AD. LeBron's still gonna do his thing, but AD, we running through AD. So I think they're gonna run it to them. But if they don't get out this East, dog, and a lot of people say, well, it don't work in the first year a lot of times. I hear you, but hey, it ain't no more excuses. Like that's my whole take on it, dog.
And then back to James Harden situation. You said Dwight Howard, get Dwight Howard. No, Dwight Howard, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, they wanted to get out of there because of James Harden.
Yeah.
And the year I gave up on James Harden is 2017 second round of playoffs against San Antonio. He was just terrible. I said, man, I'm done with James Harden. You a great player, one of the coldest scorers I ever seen in this era. This on my time generation. But if you don't change your game, or stop being lazy, or probably I said this, if he don't go nowhere else, go somewhere else, I don't see him winning no championship with Houston. I knew that for a fact, just the way he played and the coach he had, Mike D'Antoni. Mike D'Antoni is known for regular season. He never wins in the playoffs. He never got to the NBA Finals. He had one of the most talented teams in our era with the Phoenix Suns, and that team couldn't even get to the finals because of his style of play and the lack of coaching. Man, you had Steve Nash, you had Joe Johnson, you had Sean Marion, Mari Stoudemire, Roger Bell, Boris Diaw, Leandro Barbosa. You had all that talent on one team, bro, and you lost in 5 games against the San Antonio Spurs. So that 2005, yeah, I never forget. He had one of the coldest starting lineups and two consistent role players and lost against San Antonio in 5 games.
No,
So
so
I don't know what to say. So
it's
that got to be coaching.
Is that the game? Is that the game where Tim Duncan hit that? He was like at the top of the 3-point line or something like that. He hit
No,
that clutch
no.
shot.
Oh, no, that was 3 years later. That's what Shaq watched himself was on Phoenix.
Ah,
I'm talking about
okay.
the talented, the MVP Steve Nash, the
Mm-hmm.
overrated MVP Steve Nash. That team. I
Yeah.
was so
Okay.
disgusted. What I'm like, what? 10 years old, and I'm like,
Was
how y'all lose with all this talent?
Q Rich
I'll
was on
never
that
forget
team,
that.
right? Quentin
Well,
Richardson. Quentin Richardson wasn't he on that team?
yeah, Q Rich. How did I leave him out? Shout out to Q Rich.
He was on that team. Okay.
All that talent, bro. That's my point. And he couldn't even beat them.
It's crazy,
That's
man.
what I'm saying. So you can have all the talent, just like Kyrie, James Harden, KD. You can have all that talent you want. If you don't have the chemistry, the coaching, and the role players, you is not about to win.
That's
And
why I'm.
remember,
That's why I'm thinking about the Nets
remember,
right now. They ain't got no
to
bench,
y'all
dog.
don't know, one is a huge LeBron fan, and people always like to give LeBron a hard time losing the finals. And LeBron probably had. I'm gonna let the first appearance slide because he was 22 and he took garbage to the finals, which is facts. But his second finals to Dallas, one do not never want to give Dallas credit. He always say LeBron, it wasn't his team and he played bad. No, bro. LeBron went to the finals 10 times already. He played bad one time, don't get me wrong, in Dallas, against Dallas, 2011. But Dallas was a better team. Come on, man. Dallas, that's why I say y'all have to give teams credit. Because LeBron played great in the other 5 finals he lost. I mean, he played great and put up spectacular numbers in the other 5 finals and still lost.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying LeBron could have played good all he want. Dallas was the better team. They was not going to beat that team. Ask Kobe and Shaq, Karl Malone, Gary Payton. They had the talent and they was struggling, got to the finals. They were supposed to be Detroit on paper, and they lost against Detroit because why? Detroit was the better team. You can't just LeBron the GOAT, don't get me wrong, but one player ain't finna win no championship.
Well, see,
Ask Jordan.
a lot of times I don't. A lot of times I don't be wanting to give you that finals matchup as Dallas being a better team is because I just think about the talent that he had. But now that I'm thinking about it and the points you're making, I might have to give in. I might have to give in and say Dallas was a better team. But it's just hard, man, when you got LeBron, Wade, Bosh, you got just that whole team they had, man, and for them to lose to Dallas
All
like
right,
that, it's just hard to accept, man.
all right. Go look. You probably don't remember the numbers. Go look at LeBron against the 2017 Golden State Warriors where they got KD. Go look up his numbers.
His numbers was
Yeah,
amazing. His
that's
numbers,
that's my point. He
his
played
numbers was
great in that series.
amazing.
They still lost. Why? Because Golden State was the better team.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you.
But
Okay, so
that's way different than the Miami team compared to that Cavaliers team in 2017, bro.
bro, he
That's way
played
different.
bad. He played bad. They lost. He played against Golden State with Kevin Durant. He played great. He the first player in NBA history to average a damn triple double in the finals and lost. That's the point I'm trying to play. He played good, lost. He played bad in the finals, lost. So that's what I'm telling you. A team will always beat a player in the finals.
Of
That's why
course,
Jordan could never
but
beat Detroit.
what I am saying though, I get what you're saying, but we're talking about this Dallas team that they lost to, which LeBron, he just wasn't himself that finals. I don't know what the hell was going on. I think he wasn't there mentally. I think he was just letting the outside world get to him. That played a large part of it too. Not to make no excuse, he just played bad. They deserve to lose. But I'm not about to compare that good team to no Warriors team and saying that's the same, saying that that's equivalent to them losing. Nah, bro. Like the Warriors with KD, they didn't stand a chance. LeBron could have put up 50, 10, and 20, and they still would have
I'm gonna
got their
go.
ass kicked.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to ahead of time before we was even born, and I
Mm-hmm.
got to watch the total series. 1984 NBA Finals. Los Angeles Lakers versus the Boston Celtics. Magic Johnson played bad in that finals into 7 games. Went from Magic Johnson to Travis Johnson. Boston was the better team. They always say, man, Magic would have been aggressive. Nah. Then what? In 1991, his last trip to the NBA Finals, when he didn't have Kareem or nothing like that, but he had a hell of a stat line. He averaged 20, 12, and 8 for a point guard with all that talent. Because Magic, he's not known for scoring, but that was hell of a numbers for a point guard. And he lost against who? Michael Jordan and Chicago Bulls. That's my point of playing good. I'm just saying, playing good and losing, playing bad and losing. When you play against a better team, it doesn't matter. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Like I totally get what you're saying, but I'm just looking at, if we're looking at the teams and the teams that you're naming, bro, them legendary squads. But when I look at that Mavericks team, I don't look at them like a legendary squad. I mean, they had J. Kidd and Dirk. Like that was the top. Like other than that, bro, most people can't even remember who was on that team, dog. Like,
they sleep. But then, like Shaq said, this is how you win championships. Not just about that one superstar or a duo. It's about the others, role players.
Sure.
How you win championships. That's what I'm trying to say.
And we talk about that all the time with the Heat run, like Mario Chalmers. Most people, when they think about the Heat, they're not gonna say Mario Chalmers, but Mario Chalmers was clutch. He was the reason they was able to pull a lot of them games off. Shane Battier, like people aren't gonna mention these names. That's what I'm saying. Like the team, like Celtics and shit like that, bro. Like them legendary squads, you can name them guys. You could see, like when you say that they're a better team, you could identify right off that, like, yeah, you're right, them better teams. But when we talk about that Mavericks series all the time, it's hard for me to say that because I'm just like, I get what he's saying, but I don't know.
I think he's a LeBron fan, so that's why he ain't gonna just let it go like that.
Yeah,
I think this was like Kobe or Jordan. He'll be like, yeah, that was the better team, like bias type. That's how I look at it.
Maybe I think I'm probably biased.
I just keep it running.
I'm probably biased. I'm probably biased on it because I don't feel like they should have lost that. But like you say, hey,
that's what I'm saying. It's all good. Like I said, we can agree or disagree. And that's why I call it opinion.
Yes, sir. Now with that said, man, DJ gave his stat. Well, I don't think we introduced it as the stat of the week with the
James Harden was the stat line of his debut against the Orlando Magic. I gave the stat line 32 points, 14 assists, 12 rebounds, and they won. They beat the Orlando Magic.
Yes,
and
sir.
That was my stat. And one is about to go to the top of that. I'm not into. I know it's important, but I don't really give a damn about it because it's politics. Because everything is black and white, and this world we in America. America will go forever be racist. But he's about to give y'all a fact of his point of what happened during the Capitol Hill tragedy. So go ahead, Juan. Get that out the way.
Like we said, man, we're gonna take a little turn right here real quick. We ain't gonna stay on it too long because like DJ said, man, we're not a political podcast, but as two black men in America, it's only right we speak on, speak on a little bit to, to balance it out. Cause we love talking about the fun things, but sometimes things get so deep in America, you gotta kind of speak on it for a second. So I just want to give you guys a fact of the week, which was the Capitol Hill situation. We all seen the madness on the TV with those, I would call them terrorists, thugs, hooligans, all the things that they call every other race that does any kind of thing to stand up to just brutality or just injustice. They call us all kind of names, but we didn't see those same things or those same names being called out to this madness that went on at the Capitol Hill. So, and really it's not too deep. My opinion is simple. Look, in America, if you have enough knowledge and understanding to really understand the history of what goes on in America, it's not a shock to you. So I wasn't shocked by it, but at the same time I was shocked by it because it's just like, whoa, they where doing this? Oh, they at the Capitol Hill. Wow, this is crazy. And for them to be breaking in windows and sitting in a desk and 5 people ended up dying, like, and it's no kind of backlash. Like it's not described. It's not talked about how if we were to go out here and do it, how it would be talked about. Like would have been dead, blood everywhere. Everybody already know these things. So it's sad, but like you, I don't want to stay on it too long, but if you are a black man, keep doing your history to really understand who we are as people, because we're not the people that they try to portray us to be. And seeing this situation at Capitol Hill, bro, we just got to take it for what it is. This is truly America showing us that America is only built for one type of race to be that top, you know what I mean, dominant race, and everybody else is basically bottom feeders. But we have to continue to do our job, have conversations with each other, and push this thing forward so we can have a balanced field in America. Because I don't want it to just be balanced for one side. I feel like every race that's in America should be, you know what I mean, have a say so in what goes on when it comes to laws, how people are treated, just everything, man. And that's not what America is right now. So I wanted to talk about this just to bring some awareness to it. But like I say, we're not a political podcast, so we ain't gonna stay on it too
Mhm.
long, dip in and out.
Uh, just for the record, bro, America always been that way. It's just social
Mhm.
media now. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Nothing different. Like I told you, my opinion, this crap will never change.
yeah.
So I don't see it changing.
And also another fact before we leave off this topic, a lot of people forget that America is like 73% white. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times we like, man, why is America so bad? Like, listen, if a country is 73% of one race, don't you think that that race is responsible? Like that race should be doing everything to balance everything out. If everything is a problem, I'm pretty sure that 73% of the country, like y'all are the reason. You get what I'm saying though? Like
Yeah.
how's that other 30% gonna be the cause of something when we only make up 30% of, and that ain't even blacks. Blacks is probably like 17% of America. So
17%.
like,
Actually, it's 27% because you said 73.
but you got to kind of other races too, like Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The list goes on. So it's just crazy, man. But like I said, we off it. I just want to talk about that for a little second. Um,
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get right back into our last two topics, which are back to some fun stuff, some entertainment. You know what I mean? Now,
Yes.
DJ, this topic right here was songs or albums that we steady been bumping. Pop it off, man, so I can kind of think about a few little albums.
Well, I'm from the 90s, people. Tell everybody I was born in 1994, so I'm stuck on the 90s era, the mid 2000s, and right now, uh, start back listen to some Big Crit, bro.
Mm,
Like Big Crit is that dude. He don't get the credit he deserve. You know, a little bit of Drake and Kendrick and Cole, but I always take them back to the Lil Wayne albums, the Ti, the Ludacris, UGK, Outkast, Master P, Snoop Dogg, and Tupac,
mm.
all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
But I ain't really like this era. I ain't really been feeling it.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I took them back in the gap.
So,
What
what
about
album
you,
have
man?
you been on this week? If you had to pick an album, what you been on this week? Listen to a lot of.
I'm gonna have to say what two albums: the UGK, Riding Dirty, the 1996 album, and Lil Wayne, the Carter albums, like the Carter 2 and 3, and a classic album, the doggone Master P Ghetto Dope
Mhm. Okay.
classic album.
That's hard. That's hard, man. I mostly I'm one of those. I only listen to like my top five, really like that. My top 5 to 7 artists really heavy. I'll be listening to them. Of course, I got my moments where I listen to old school stuff like pop. I recently just went listen to like some old Plies albums. I forgot how
Yeah,
dope he was, so I was listening to
yeah,
that.
Real Testament.
Yeah, that Real Testament. Actually, I've been listening to Mind of Mystical also. That hard mystical album.
Whoa,
So I was
the
there.
first album.
Yeah, I was jamming that one like last week. I was jamming that one like steady, like that. Y'all ain't ready yet. And shout out to Millie. Millie had did some. He did a post on his IG, and I was like, man, I recognize
Absolutely.
that song. So I went back and listened. And that really what sparked me to go back and listen to Mystical like that. I was actually on this album, And what's the other mystical album I was on? Let me see, where is that? You probably know the name of it. What's the name of it, DJ? I'm pretty sure you know.
Well, well, Miss Cloud, what is unpredictable, ghetto fabulous?
Ghetto Fabulous. Ghetto Fabulous.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I was on that one. And everything else really just ranged from a range of old school. As of lately,
Mhm.
though, I just checked out Jasmine Sullivan's album R&B. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to mix it in a little bit, but yeah,
Oh
man,
yeah.
that's
One more thing. One, you got me on our last episode, like the recap for ended season one. That damn Dirty Sprite 2 Future song. You was right, bro. That that's the most slept on album of the decade too. I listen to some Future and I let the whole damn thing play, man. Future, shout out to Future, man.
a Dirty
Then
Sprite too.
under 3,000, yeah, under 3,000 said he had a point about Future music. He said Future makes the most disrespectful inspiration music ever. Like, damn, all the anthems, bro.
Hey, that album was like, and it's crazy because after we did the episode, right? I remember your reaction. You was like, wait, what? Dirty Sprite 2? You was like, okay, I'm like, you got me with that one. So I say, hold up. I had to really like after we did the episode the next day, I was listening to the album just to make sure, you gotta like kind of validate your opinion sometimes. So I'm like, let me make sure I was on the money when I said that. Man, I was
Yeah,
like, I wasn't lying, bro. Like this one of them albums of the decade, bro. Like it was in my top five. So, hey, bro,
yeah.
I think
And you
people
said this
forget.
decade.
Yeah, I think people forget because Future got so many hits, bro. Like people kind of forget about the amount of songs and just the quality of songs that was on that album. But yeah, man, that was dope. But yeah, man, those really have been like that's some of the music I've been listening to. I'm probably gonna be on Crit heavy this week too, because I haven't listened to like Crit the past week, so I'll probably be on him this week for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that said, before we get into this last topic, was there anything else that you had for us, bro, to cover today before we get up out of here?
Oh yeah, her music and her years of still being relevant and saving money. Shouts out to Missy Elliott because Missy Elliott had some fire in her heyday, man. She had some hits. I love it, man. Shout out to Missy Elliott, man.
Shout out to Missy, and Missy is super dope, man. She always been dope.
Super talented.
Had her own little lane. And one memory that stick out to me as Missy as a kid was the MTV Cribs joint she did. I never forget when she had
Mm-hmm.
the bed like was made out of a Jeep. I think. I don't know. I
Lamborghini
probably
or something. Yeah.
yeah. Look, it's something. I'm probably messing it up, but I just remember that vividly. And Missy always been dope to me, but that was just like a standout memory from her. And of course, Beep Beep, who got the keys to the Jeep, like, bruh, who comes up like who else gonna say that and make it sound dope
Yeah.
but Missy? Like, yeah, so shout out to Missy, dog.
Yeah, bro.
So man, with that said, man, that pretty much covered everything. We just got one last topic. And I was gonna try to be humble, but DJ brought it to my attention that I need to speak on it, which was my album. Um Forever Scarred, which is out now on all streaming platforms, man. Again, that is the latest 1F album, which is me. Forever Scarred, the album out everywhere right now. Man, I felt like I did good with it, bro. Did you enjoy the album?
Yeah, bro. It was decent. I was messing with the chosen one and that Trapsodist.
Okay.
Like you call it negatives, but it's Trapsodist. I gave you a concept of video, yo, come back down here, so that'll be dope.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. The album was really I was holding on to it for the longest. Like every time we would talk about like where I was in the process of releasing it, I'd be
Mhm.
like, man, I feel like I'm about to drop it. Then I take a few more weeks to work on it. And it was one of these albums where it's like, all right, man, I'm done with it. I kept trying to just do extra songs, but you could tell when you kind of force something sometimes. So I was just like, you know what? It's time to put this out, let the people have it. I'm gonna give y'all exclusive too about this album. This is one of them albums where I felt a lot of anxiety before releasing it because I don't really, to people that really know the music I make, I don't really rap on the particular beats heavy like I did on this album. like this album was the first time I really just rapped on a lot of quote unquote trap beats. So I was nervous because I'm like, all right, this is a whole different sound. Like I was kind of nervous, you know what I mean? So that's why I was like, how you feel about it? Because I didn't know, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people expect me to come with the same beats and type of beats that I rap on, but trying to branch out and get on to other types of, you know what I mean, music styles, and make it my own. So I was definitely nervous releasing this project, but you know, people seeming like they liking it. If you haven't heard it, man, like I say, go download it, stream it. It's out now everywhere. More videos coming soon. I'm looking into getting some merch done right now, so I'll keep y'all updated, man. Like I say, tap in, let me know what y'all think about it, and try to take this music thing to the next level. The same way we're trying to do with the podcast, man. Yeah, got anything else for us?
Not too much. Y'all know what to do. So hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Stats and Facts underscore on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, Q9Benjamin4. Follow my boy, he steady grinding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And with that said, man, it's been a dope episode. Season 2, we back. We're about to start doing bigger and better things. We're gonna have some guests lined up, have some great conversations to talk about. We'll just keep y'all updated, man. We'll be back next week. Like I said, y'all tune in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Let's run these subscribers up. We came a long way from season 1, and we trying to keep the growth going. So with that said, I'm your boy One,
BJG94.
and it's been another dope episode. Stats and Facts. See y'all next week.